Hey y'all, it's Sunshine. Hope you had a wonderful day. Um, the mister's been off today, which was fantastic. So I really enjoy that. Um, I finished a puzzle like I told you, and then I was really struggling with I needed to get a blanket done for a church friend, but I couldn't find the colors because I was like, oh my gosh, I had no money and I don't have it. And I sat down and prayed for it. And I got to thinking, well, let me see what else I have that I could go a different direction with. Lo and behold, at the very bottom of a tote, I found the colors I needed. Well, I already had the burgundy, but I don't have black. That is something I use a ton. White, gray, and black. I use a ton of that. And I didn't have any black. The very bottom of a tote was some black. So I started on a blanket for a church friend. And like I said, God's good. He's so good. And tell you a story of God's grace right now. I know some people don't believe in God, and that's okay. Um, my Meemaw was in a very massive wreck. We don't know what happened. She just said that the car jumped up from behind. It lifted up. The rear end lifted, spun around, smashed the concrete barrier. I mean, it was crazy the way she described it. And of course, she lives 3 hours away, so I couldn't, do anything different. But God was watching over her big time. She said she just prayed the whole time, and it didn't hurt her. She came out without a scratch. The car was totaled. She came out without a scratch. Nobody else on the highway was hurt or injured. They came out fine. There was nobody else in the crash. And I was like, that is pretty awesome. God's amazing. He really is. And so very grateful for that because, Meanwhile's not as young as she used to be. She compared it she compared it to like a Disney ride. She's like, it was like a Disney ride. It was a little rougher than a little, on some of the rides, but it was kind of cool. I was like, oh my gosh, only my Meemaw would relate a crash to a Disney ride. She loves Disney. And thankfully, my birth father and stepmom take her when they go. Um, Birth father and stepmom are Disney addicts. They try to go every year, I think, and at least once a year. So, every now and then Meemaw gets to go, and I'm so excited for her because she loves Disney too. So, anyway, but I was talking to Mister, and I was brainstorming. I said, this year I turned 40, not till May. I know it's only March, and I'm talking about it already. A girl has to save up money. Right now, I am in need of some financial miracles because, well, the major, the major, major expense right now is in May. I get to go home for 2 days to watch my youngest graduate high school. And we're trying like crazy to save up for the gas and pay for the hotel. So that is a big financial right now we're dealing with. But the other financial is I'm going to already start saving up. And it's not really a need by any means, but I want to start saving up to start getting stuff for my 40th birthday. I want a big shindig. Not like crazy shindig, but something simple. But I want to make most birthdays I just don't do anything. But 40 is one of those rare ones. So I told Mister, I said, I want to do something for 40. So anyway, and while I was on the Amazons, you see all those cool 40 decorations and stuff. I don't want balloons because balloons are just annoying. I'm sorry, but balloons are annoying. They might be okay though. But look at this. Look at this. I really want it. I'm going to save up for it. I sent a link to the Mister. It's a tiara and a sash. How cool is that? The mister might get it. I don't know. I don't know. But he has my Amazon wish list, so he knows what I like. So, but he don't like cake. So I don't know if I'm going to get a cake or not. I don't know. It just depends on what am my brain saying? Brain? Just depends on the financials. But right now, the financials more than anything is being able to see my daughter graduate. And then all my babies will be grown adults and have graduated high school. And I can only thank my mom and my stepdad. They have stepped up and, taking care of those kids and gave up being grandparents and sacrificed so much that, I'm forever grateful. I am forever grateful that they made that big of a sacrifice for me and for my kids. My kids got to have a roof over their head. They never had to worry about if they were going to be living in questionable places, worry about getting any food. They never had to worry about any of that. And that's the life I wanted for them. I didn't want them to live worries. Their babies should not have to, and kids should not have to worry about things like that. And, it was okay for me to worry about it because I was an adult. Barely, I was an adult, but I was, but I wanted to make sure my kids got a better life than what I was going to go down. So, thanks to my parents' sacrifice, they have done excellent. They excelled above and beyond anything I could ever imagine. And for that, I'm eternally grateful. And they will never know how grateful I am. Um, I'm just so thankful. And, it is what it is. I do not recommend. Here's the thing. I should have never had kids at 18 and 19 years old. Well, 19 and 20. Do I regret my children? Not at all. Not at all. I just should have waited and thought about that a little bit better and got more stable than just getting married at 18 and having kids. Think about that before y'all have kids and get married and stuff like that. Just think about that for me a few moments. But I had the best kids ever. I have an amazing kids. And my parents are just outstanding. I don't have words. I don't have words. And you know what? People still look down on me for that I gave my kids a better choice in life. But that's okay, because I know in my heart I did the right thing. I know I did the right thing. Because they would be all kinds of messed up, I think, if they stayed with me. And I wanted them to just have the perfect life. And they really got to have a good life. So I'm so thankful. Just so thankful and blessed. So, because for a long time, I was pretty much a single person being married. Does that make sense? I was married 8 years the first time, and he didn't want kids. He was 18 years older than I was. He did not want kids. He just wasn't good. So, I should have thought that through a little bit better. But I 18, I know it all, everything's, it was stupid. It was some of the stupidest things I did. But I got two beautiful kids out of it. So, it is what it is. And spent a life denying Christ and trying to do things my own way. Ending up in one disaster after another, after another disaster. And then when I finally gave my life to Christ and really, really gave it him my everything, laid it all at his feet, then I felt like I was a much better person. And I should have done that way before now. Because I've only been a Christian a couple of years. And I'm so thankful. And I wish I would have known Christ when my kids were little, because I could have been a better mom. But during that time, I just wasn't. I wasn't mom material. And to this day, I'm not mom material. I'm just not. Um, I love and care about my kids very much. But if I were to have, say, if I were to have kids right now, which I can't, thankfully, um, that would be a bad choice. I don't do well taking care of stuff. Kids or cats, dogs, those three, I don't do well taking care of. So I barely take care of me. But now I have somebody that's bigger than me that I can lean on, and he will protect me and guide me, and just, you know, God is so good. He's so good. So anyway, I don't know how I got off track of all this, but this is just some stuff that's on my heart that I wanted to talk about. And so, he must be talking to the dog. So y'all take care, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.